Hello viewers, I'm Asit, a research fellow with School of Public Health in University College Cork and a visiting researcher with DTU Sustain at the Technical University of Denmark. Thank you for your interest in our work, and I also thank the organizers for this opportunity to present at Indoor Air 2024 regarding our proposition on how to evaluate indoor climate interventions in a balanced manner so that we can examine the impacts they have both on sustainability and on occupant health. This is a news clipping from a couple of months back during one of the heat waves in India. If you have been out in the heat, a comfortable space with an air conditioner could make you sleepy, even if you're a burglar. The person whose house this happened in was grateful that he had decided to put in an air conditioner, an expected defense against burglars. I thought it would be an appropriate way to start off this presentation where we wanted to examine the co-benefits of interventions that ensure a comfortable and healthy indoor climate and how this may have a greater contribution to sustainable development. Repeating these numbers regarding indoor air quality, health, and building energy in this forum would be like preaching to the choir. What I wanted to focus on today is could we move towards a more holistic evaluation of sustainable buildings? We want to examine the building energy use emissions, embedded energy of buildings on one side, and occupant health on the other. At the overlap of the two are the co-benefits of sustainable and healthy building designs that consider how the benefits related to health can be put into the life cycle analysis of buildings. This is an illustration of life cycle analysis for buildings from the Irish Green Building Council. So you have here all the way from extraction, fabrication, and transport, then construction phase, operation, refurbishment, demolition, etc. What we felt was missing was while the building is in use, what about the positive health impacts the building has on its occupants? As an example, if we change the operational pattern of the building's HVAC to go from zero recirculation during a respiratory uh, epidemic, the life cycle analysis sees this solely as an increase in operational carbon. However, this step has been taken to safeguard the health of the occupants. How do we account for that? Let me put our proposition in the form of a simple question. How would I justify the additional embedded and operational carbon of a portable air cleaner that can reduce asthma exacerbations during everyday use or cardiorespiratory hospitalizations during a wildfire? We are suggesting a holistic approach to buildings LCA, examining different intertwined sectors together. Say it is decided to implement an indoor climate interventions which is likely to keep occupants more comfortable and possibly also improve their health. This could be something like as part of the retrofit, we decide to improve the building envelope, add insulations, improve the windows, etc. Typically, we look at the energy impact, impact on work performance, and impact on health. Then we take into account the embedded carbon during the operational phase and, the operational carbon of the intervention. We also examine the economic benefits from the improved work performance and improved health. We are suggesting to take it just a little further along the health impacts line. The improvement to occupant health would translate into a reduction in healthcare burden, which in turn translates to a reduced carbon burden for the healthcare sector. And the building sector and the healthcare sector, they have a close relationship here, which is the aspect that we're trying to highlight. The reduced carbon burden due to the performance of a well-designed building is something that we would like to add as a factor in a building's life cycle analysis. Why are we focusing on the healthcare sector? Of course, there is the fact that buildings have an immense impact on our health, but there is also the fact that if the healthcare sector were a country on its own, it would be the fifth largest emitter on the planet. Energy use intensity wise, if we have a look at residential care facility, because of the added needs related to care of the residents, their health, the energy use intensity almost doubles as compared to a multifamily residence. We have existing studies that have examined how the provision of air filtration, whether as part of a central system or in the form of a portable air cleaner, affects hospitalizations or doctor visits. These findings can be combined with recently launched living database on healthcare lifecycle analysis. So if the deployment of a certain indoor climate solution reduces doctor visits, then we also have from this database an idea of what the doctor visit would have cost in terms of, let's say, global warming potential. Here is a screenshot of the database and the link to it. The nice thing here is that it is a living database with new information being continually added for different procedures, medications, health aids, and from different parts of the planet. As a specific example, these are the global warming potentials associated with certain medical interventions related to asthma exacerbations. The value differs, of course, depending on if it's a mild or a severe case, and if a visit to a GP was required, or maybe if an hospitalization was required. Potentially, this could be compared to the embedded and operational GWP associated with a portable air cleaner. Uh, just to remind you here that on the side of the asthma exacerbations, these are the GWP potentials of each single event. This outlines our proposition in brief. Take into consideration the health benefits to evaluate the sustainability of indoor climate interventions. It is no longer just about energy being saved or the economic benefits, it's also about health benefits translating into an overall positive and sustainable environmental benefits. This, of course, is an idea very much in its infancy and will need significant multidisciplinary contributions going forward. Moving forward, what we had in mind is we can contribute to sustainable development not just through energy efficient buildings but also healthy buildings. It is not just about what we can do about in the building sector. We also need to consider the positive impacts a well designed buildings can have to other connected sectors. The intervention could possibly focus on vulnerable populations to improve the benefit of the that we see in terms of reduced emissions or improved performance. This would require that we have information on environmental impact of built environment components and health events needed for same and similar regions. So a more comprehensive database that has information on different kinds of interventions and from different parts of the world uh, would be needed to be able to effectively indulge in this movement. Health impact assessment needs to be a part of indoor climate intervention studies. So far, what we would see is generally such an assessment is not undertaken, but maybe going forward, this should be considered as an important part of every study that deals with indoor climate in buildings. I believe this research endeavor would also contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, like Target 3.9, substantially reducing the number of deaths and illness from hazardous chemicals and air, water, and soil pollution and contamination. Target 11.3, enhancing inclusive and sustainable urbanization and capacity for participatory, integrated, and sustainable human settlement, planning, and management in all countries. And target 13.1, like strengthening the resilience, adaptive capacity to climate related hazards, which could be a heat wave or a forest fire. Acknowledgements to my funders, particularly to the Dorothy program from Irish Research Council and MSCA Actions from EU. That's all I had for you today. So thank you for your kind attention, and you can always contact me with any questions that you have. Thank you.